Hello, friends. It's Q again, and I hope you're having a great day. I'm going to take and put video in the occult realms part of my website, and if you haven't been there, it's kumrantaj.com. I want to remind everyone to take a step back, maybe 2 or 3 steps back, and look at life from a broader perspective. It seems sometimes that life is very chaotic, but if you think about it, actually, this life, this universe, is based very much on scientific principles, on principles of cause and effect, on laws of mathematics. These are natural underpinnings that operate in the background of our life, and they are the cause of the ebb and flow of life and society, humanity, but also the planet on a larger level is responding to influences. Now, ever since I was a very young boy, I was always sensitive to influences, sensitive to energies that I thought everyone could feel and could see. And I later found out that not to be the truth. In fact, I do believe that everyone has a sensitivity to different kinds of energies. Some people more or less psychic, although I never did like that word. It comes with too much baggage, I think, and stereotype. I like to think of myself as a sensitive, but I will refer to myself as a psychic because that's one of the services I provide over many years. But my point in saying that is that aside from the laws of nature, as they're referred to, the laws of nature are just not relegated to or just not affecting what we consider to be physical reality, materiality, laws of physics, and things like that. But there are also additional natural laws that operate in the background, and that has to do with subtle energies. And they shape events, they shape what we do and what we say, even what we think. And so this video is to remind you that even though life may seem to be very scary and uncertain at this time, from our perspective in the here and now, but I'd like to remind you that there are larger energies at work, larger forces at work that do what nature always does, and that is maintain a certain rhyme and reason behind the scenes as to why things happen. So, scary as it may be, I want you to relax, take a deep breath. Remember that 98% of the stuff that we as human beings tend to worry about in our lives never actually happen. We worry about it, we imagine it could happen, and our minds tend to sometimes get away from us and we start imagining that there's a catastrophe around every corner. And I would just like to remind you that in actual fact, life is a little bit more ordered than that. And we ourselves can have an input into that, into the outcome of our lives, particularly if we take into consideration the subtle energies that I was talking about. And we both interact with the world outside and the forces that are inside of us. But there are forces that are inside of us, and it can affect the experience that we have in life, what we do, where we live. I promise this is not a promo for my book, but in case you're not aware, I've written 3 books, and 2 of those books, 2 of the last books, were entitled Keys of Power, and then there was a subtitle for each book. I just completed the Keys of Power second book in a 3-book series, and it has to do with personal experiences that I have had firsthand. I wrote it really to make a record of some of these experiences for my family. That's the way it started. because many of my family don't know. I've never shared with them a lot of these things. They might, might be a little bit unusual and creepy. I seem to be the only one that have had these weird experiences. So I wanted them to know about that, especially I have some grandkids, and who knows how long I'll be around. So I wanted them to know a little bit about Granddad, more than what they had known before. At any rate, the book lists some of these things, but it's not really about me. It's really about you, the reader, because the goal of the book, aside from relating these stories, is to provide some sort of foundation for you to start exploring yourself, your own inner reality, your own personal truth. If you're interested in looking at that book, you can look up my name, Kumran Taj, or you can go to my website, kumrantaj.com. And as always, I wish you health, wealth, and happiness.